Dave Simon and his co-hosts are completing the remaining finishing touches for tonight's episode. If you are watching the replay, you can skip to the 4-minute and 54-second mark to get to Dave's intro. While you are waiting, watching live, take a look at the news and articles about pro wrestling and MMA from The Authority, the Ringside Report Network. Our website is at ringsidereport.net. That's ringsidereport.net.
Please wait. Hold on. Keep waiting. Almost done. 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 Subscriber is speaking at the moment. Subscriber is speaking at the moment. Subscriber is speaking at the moment. Please wait. Hold on. Keep waiting. Almost done. 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 Subscriber is speaking at the moment. Subscriber is speaking at the moment. Subscriber is speaking at the moment.
Welcome to today's broadcast from the Ringside Report Network. We are a viewer and listener-supported creative team. We would really appreciate it if you became a recurring supporter at membership.ringsidereport.net. While you are waiting, watching live, take a look at the news and articles about pro wrestling and MMA, and while there, check out our exclusive merch, including great jiu-jitsu gear from the Ringside Report Network. Our website is at ringsidereport.net. It's ringsidereport.net.
Subscriber is speaking at the moment.
It is Wrestling Uncensored. We're previewing WWE Backlash. Backlash. Yeah. Backlash. Johnny.
The shortest backlash in terms of matches, I think, ever. Only 5 so far. It's not done SmackDown yet, but as of right now, I think we're still at 5, right? Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed we stay at 5. I don't want more. We're good. 5 is enough. 3 ain't enough, man. I need 5. We got 5.
I agree, Bundy. I agree. But it's only because you have the
Big E's theme song. 3 ain't enough, man. I need 5. Remember Big E when he did the 5? Big E did the 5 count too. I know King Kong Bundy. I know.
That's where we got it from, yeah.
I know, John.
I think Jeff Jarrett did it too, didn't he?
I don't know. Who cares? Slap nuts.
I'm pretty sure Jarrett did it too.
I think the gimmick that got Jeff Jarrett the most over was saying slap nuts a lot. I think that's what he'll be remembered for, saying slap nuts.
I really think it's smashing guitars over a women's head.
Oh my God.
That's the thing. No, but it's true though, because that's what got people's attention. The slap nuts thing is it's kind of funny, kind of ridiculous. You kind of go, what? But the guitars that he did, the shots that he took, or gave to Deborah, Kat, China, and I'm sure there's many more. I can't remember right now. Ivory, I think. I think that's what really got people talking about him, because it was so shocking. It's still shocking to this day that happened.
I think it's more shocking that he did it to Beetlejuice.
People remember that. It's amazing. You still remember it too. Yeah.
He's bad as can. He knows he's the best. He's pretty good, that guy. I love Beetlejuice. I wish Beetlejuice was on Backlash. You know, Beetlejuice is still alive, Johnny.
How old is he now, though?
I don't know.
He's very old. Like, that was back in 2000. Like, when he got hit, didn't he?
But he is surprisingly still alive. Thankfully, still alive, I would say.
Tough man.
Love him. Love that.
There's Hogan. Hogan's still alive.
Hogan is also still alive, thankfully. I'm glad Hogan's still alive so he can keep lying about everything and just going out and being the brother that he is, brother.
We didn't talk about that last week, by the way. His new wrestling federation.
His amateur pro wrestling federation, the freestyle wrestling.
You're not intrigued by this?
I am.
That's something. I'd check it out to see what it's like, at least.
Yeah. I've always said that, grappling needs more pro wrestling style presentation to work, and it would work. But we'll see if Bischoff and Hogan can do it. I'm a little skeptical. It's not a bad idea.
No, it's not a bad idea. I just worry about all the negative press Hogan has right now. It feels like he can't do anything right now. It seems like he always makes mistakes. The Shelton Benjamin mistake right now is hurting him, it looks like.
Yeah, he calling him Benjamin Shelton and all that. That was kind of funny, but, whatever. Compared to Hogan. I mean, Hogan barely knows anyone in pro wrestling, And compared to Hogan, Shelton's not really a major player. So, whatever. It is what it is. But Hogan, it's not that a Hogan thing. It's just when I hear Hulk Hogan and Eric Bischoff are starting a promotion, I go, I don't know about that. Pass.
I check it out to see what it's like. I give it. It's just like exactly what TNA did. Check that out on Monday. Want to see what it was like. Didn't keep watching, but I watched that first episode for sure.
Mm-hmm. We are watching SmackDown right now, unfortunately. Carmelo Hayes is wrestling Aleister Black in a match that is taking place in Dayton, Ohio right now.
Did you enjoy Aleister Black saying that he's not going to spew riddles anymore, and then started to have riddles again in his promo?
Yeah.
Some things don't change, I guess.
What the hell was that? And then at the end, he's like, I don't know you, Carmelo. Or do I? Like, what was that? What was that? It's like, are we supposed to laugh? Because it was funny. Dun, dun, dun. Like, what? What was that? The head turn? Who directed that? Who produced that thing? It was ridiculous. It was cartoonish.
Well, like you said, I laughed when that happened. I'm like, wow, like that's pretty funny. So it was entertaining for that. I mean, bad.
Or
but
do
bad.
I? What? The delivery, too.
I'll say this. I feel this match might be the best match I've seen so far on SmackDown. Obviously, the bar is not very high for SmackDown, but
What are you talking about? It's been terrible. It's been so bad.
we have seen some
Nia
returns
Jax
tonight.
wrestled Jade Cargill tonight, man. What are we talking about?
I'll give them this. It wasn't as bad as I thought it'd be.
No. They kept it very simple.
And it worked. I mean, the finish was god-awful.
Mm-hmm.
Nia needs a new finish if she can't do that well, because that was pathetic.
Bonsai drop.
It's just her falling or just dropping on her feet and then slowly as possible landing her very large back frame on Jade.
Back
I'm trying to be nice here because I know you get mad if I would say something. So
please, please. So Nia beat Jade Cargill to become the #1 contender for Tiffany Stratton's Women's Championship. Naomi attacked Tiffany ringside during the match, which distracted Jade and allowed Nia to take control and win the match. Distraction finish on that for the win for Nia. Alexa Bliss returned to wrestle with the Zelina Vega, and they beat Chelsea Green and Piper Niven in a match that happened.
I mean, Alexa looked kind of rusty, not surprising. Her punches look like crap. I don't think her punches were ever that good. Her running the ropes were bad, just like it always is. So, I mean, if anything, it's the usual Alexa Bliss, but she got the reactions because that hot tag was kind of a big thing. People really want to see her get in the ring, so people got what they wanted, and she still hits Twisted Bliss very well. So, I mean, it is what it is with that. She does what she does. It's not the greatest, but she's over, so it works.
Yeah, and she's from Ohio, and they're in Ohio, so they like that.
Did you notice, though, they didn't really know it was her at first? Because, again, they changed the songs, so it ruins the reactions a lot.
Yeah. Hard to tell who's who when they come out. All the songs sound exactly the same.
I'm still not used to the Zelina Vega song. Like, it just seems so generic. It could be absolutely anyone coming out.
Yeah. The music is bad. But, I think it's not a bad thing because then you have to focus on the wrestling a little bit more. Because it has become a bit of a music show where you got Jey Uso coming out dancing to his theme song, playing it forever. Cody's song, like all the songs, the songs they like. It's all about the entrance. We complain that it's all about the entrance. So at this point, I think we got to say, hey, maybe when the songs are bad, you could forget about the entrance a little bit and focus on promos and in-ring content, which I think is what you really want to see on a wrestling show. I don't care to see you enter the ring. I am not entertained watching on TV a person walk to a ring. That's not my kind of entertainment. I want to see what you can do in the ring. When the bell rings, that's when it's supposed to start. The entrance is just... They used to not even have music. Like, come on. What are we doing here? So, maybe bad music is the solution to that, John. They just have everybody's songs sound the same to the point where, the crowd isn't popping for the music. And they have to pop for something else.
I'm hoping they change Seth's song soon because he needs to change it. It's too over. The fans love it too much.
Yeah.
If he's gonna be a heel, he needs to change his song.
Yeah.
And I'm sure they have some terrible songs they could give him.
He's not on this pay-per-view, right? He's not on Backlash?
Oh, there's a lot of people not on this. Except for Cena and Orton, in terms of stars, there's not a lot of star power on Backlash.
No Punk, no Seth, no Roman, no Cody.
Very slim pickings here.
No Jey Uso.
Fatu. No, that's Saturday Night Main Event, like you predicted. That's what's going to happen. Yeah.
Told you. Jey Uso versus Logan Pauls.
May 24th, Saturday Night Main Event.
The issue with Seth Rollins is unresolved, though.
I think we need to give Seth a lot of credit. That was a hell of a match, and I think a lot of it deserves on him for that Raw main event. I mean, that was easily the best match I saw in WWE this week, unless something fantastic happens in the next couple of minutes here. Seth, that was incredible the way he not so much carried Jey, but really made Jey look better than I've ever seen him as world champion or in his current run towards the championship.
Yeah, I agree.
I only worry that I feel like that's as good as it gets. Like, I know they're probably going to run that match again. I don't know if it could be much better than what we saw.
Yeah. But I obviously, that match on Raw, that's kind of a first time around for Seth with the world title and Jey. And you figure he's going to come back around to it and take it. Because this whole thing with Heyman and Braun Breaker and this top group on Raw kind of needs a couple of things. I think it needs a third man. And it needs the world title around Seth.
Third man, though, at this point. I feel like it's way too early for that, though. I think you need to get that tag match first for that happens. Then you can have a third man maybe revealed during that tag match, but we got to get that tag first.
Jey and Punk?
I was thinking more of Punk and Roman, actually. But yeah, they could do that too, Jey and Punk. I mean, because Roman apparently won't be back till June, so I wouldn't mind seeing that tag that you're suggesting if we have to wait that long.
I could see that on Raw at some point, Jey and Punk versus Seth and Braun. I could see Roman and Punk for like a pay-per-view PLE type thing.
I think we're getting like 2 PLEs next month, right? Because we're getting Money in the Bank, and I want to say Clash of the Champions in Saudi Arabia.
Clash of the Champions. Let's see. Battleground. No, that's Tampa. Worlds Collide. What the hell is that? NXT. That's not real. Money in the Bank is June 7th in Los Angeles. Then they're doing a Saturday night's main event in July. I don't see a second PLE in June.
You don't have a June 28th? Saudi Arabia, no?
I do not. Not to say it doesn't exist, but on this current calendar I'm looking at. Oh, maybe this is new. New event they just announced. June 28th. A new PLE. Ooh. Has WWE made this official, though?
I'm not sure if they have, but I think this is their way of getting through the whole Saudi Arabia thing, because they're probably going to have Saudi Arabia and SmackDown, right? And that PLE. So that's 2 events right there. They don't have to do another one.
I don't know if this is real, John, because this is all I'm seeing on this is one report that's being cited by a bunch of different sites. One report by bodyslam.net saying that they're planning a thing June 28th, Saudi Arabia. And then like a bunch of other dirt sheets are running with that story saying Body Slam is reporting. However, WWE hasn't announced anything for June in Saudi Arabia.
I wouldn't mind if it doesn't happen, to be honest, because I feel like we have enough PLEs anyways. So
yeah,
go from May 10th to June 7th. That's enough.
I don't know. Maybe it will happen, but I don't think WWE's officially announced it. Money in the Bank for sure, though. June 7th. They've announced that. I'm seeing Money in the Bank, then a Saturday night's main event in July, and then SummerSlam August 2nd and 3rd. Then Clash in Paris August 31st.
Well, at least there's a bit of a gap in July. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Build towards SummerSlam. That's good.
Yeah. All right. Well, Backlash, John. That's the one we got to deal with now. That's tomorrow night. It's John Cena versus Randy Orton. Is Cena going to be on SmackDown here?
I think that's supposed to be the main event segment here.
Yeah, that's what we're building towards, right? Cena?
All the signs. Now we're seeing Frazier and Axiom all happy because they beat the tag champs in a non-title match.
Yes, they beat the Street Profits tonight. The Street Profits were hurt from their fatal four-way. No, what was it? TLC
Three-way
match?
TLC.
Three-way TLC last week that they said was the greatest TLC of all time, which, you know, it was good.
It wasn't last week. It was like 2 weeks ago.
Whatever. Did they say? What did
they said it was last week. I was like, no, it wasn't.
Oh, they did say it was last week, right?
Yeah.
It's okay. So they confused me, John. It's not my fault. I'm not the one who's confused. It's Montez.
Oh, they're getting jumped here, Frazier and Axiom.
Yeah, they're getting attacked by the DIYs, Fraxiums. Fraxiums beat the Street Profits tonight, but Street Profits were all banged up, so it's like, yeah, they beat them, but did they? You know?
Well, non-title. And again, they said they've been there for 3 weeks. Well, I think we kind of said it last week, too. It's kind of too early for them to be fighting for the tag titles, but they're building towards it, and they're clearly going in that direction here.
Fraxium?
As much as you don't like them, and they're upset about what they did to Pretty Deadly, but...
Oh, whatever. Their match with the Profits was okay. It wasn't great, but they were okay.
It was fine. Like, I still think that Black's match was better, though, to be honest.
Mm-hmm. Even though, what the hell was that finish with The Miz?
Yeah, wasn't really quite paying attention to all of that, what was going on with that, but I mean, it's weird to have a face win by a weird kind of like, screw up kind of thing, but whatever. I mean, that's what they decided to do. I guess they need to protect Carmelo, I suppose. This should be a good match right here, though, actually, we have coming up here.
What is it? Andrade versus Santos?
No. Andrade and Rey Fenix against Los Garza.
Oh. Okay. I don't know. It's like none of this ever leads to anything with these guys. They just have matches.
Well, I think this is leading to, obviously, the Lucha Brothers, right? Like, that's going to eventually happen here.
How does this lead to that?
Because I'm expecting Santos to come down, right? Numbers game, so who can help them with the numbers? Phoenix's brother.
You think Penta's going to show up here?
Not here, but eventually.
To help Andrade and Phoenix battle the LWOs?
Well, Penta has his match.
Legado del Fantasma? Sorry.
Well, just Penta has his match at Backlash, right? I don't expect he'll become the IC champion. So after that,
see what you're saying is totally wrong. Because they don't do long-term booking with these guys. It's just time fillers on SmackDown. What are you talking about? Have you seen Legado del Fantasma on a PLE ever? They're only SmackDown time fillers, these guys. What are you talking about? They're not real. They don't do real things in WWE. They just exist on SmackDown when needed.
Well, those guys, yes. But I think they actually have a plan for Phoenix and Penta, and that's to put them as a team. So, regardless,
and you think they're going to use Legado del Fantasma to do it?
Oh, maybe. I think
and
so.
You think this team is also going to comprise of Andrade? For why? For why, John?
No, Andrade's just here for now. That's it.
You're talking nonsense to me. You're bullshit talking to me. Don't bullshit me.
It's going to happen in a couple weeks. You'll watch and wait and see.
You're bullshit, man. You are a bullshit man. None of this is leading to anything. Stop excusing their nonsense.
You'll get the Lucha Brothers. They're coming.
Great. I've seen them before. They're okay.
They're pretty good. Like, yeah, what's wrong with Lucha Brothers?
They're all right. They're going to make the rest of the tag division look pretty stupid. Especially on SmackDown. If they're on SmackDown, like, the rest of that tag division is going to look awful next to them. They're too good. The WWE tag division is so terrible that the Lucha Brothers shouldn't be in it because they're too good. As a tag team, they're just too good.
I think they have to be on SmackDown. Because you look at Raw, and there's really nothing on Raw that's intriguing for them. On SmackDown, I think...
Disagree. Strong disagree, John. Because I think the only team they could possibly wrestle and people would believe that the other team could beat them would be the New Day, the Raw Tag Champs. The New Day, they're the greatest tag team of all time. I mean, come on. New Day versus Lucha Bros, that is a match I would pay to see. That's a big-time match. Unless the Usos reunite, take on the Lucha Bros, I think the New Day, they're the best things that the WWE could possibly throw at the Lucha Bros. But, I don't know.
Well, the problem with that on Raw, who's really to throw those roadblocks in the Lucha Brothers' way on Raw? Not too many. You go through one or two teams and bam, you're at New Day.
Yeah, well, that's it.
Actually, got a few teams on SmackDown.
Yeah. You got a few more teams on SmackDown. It's kind of a healthier division, but it sucks compared to the Lucha Bros. All the teams are not good compared to Lucha Bros. So it won't take long for them to jump right up to the top. At least with the New Day, you could have like a real feud where you could see the New Day winning and then the Lucha Bros winning and they could go back and forth. There could actually be like a big money match between those two teams. What they should do is have the Lucha Bros win the SmackDown tag titles and then wrestle the New Day and unify the tag titles and have unified men's tag team titles like they have unified women's tag team titles.
We've been down that road before.
Yeah, not really. Not really where it's like just the tag team titles that are unified.
Talking about the Usos did it, remember?
Yeah, but when the Usos did it, Roman was doing it too.
Right.
It was different. It was like everything's unified. They're unifying everything because it was part of a big story. I'm not talking about Usos doing it part of a story. I'm talking about how if you're women's tag team champions, you could feud with women on Raw and women on SmackDown, and you can go to both shows. I think if you're men's tag team champions, because of the lack of depth in the tag team division in general, you should have the same gimmick where you can go to Raw or go to SmackDown, one set of tag team champions. Like, SmackDown would be way better if the New Day was on it once in a while.
I agree with you, but I don't think they've given up on the unique brand tag titles, sadly.
Well, they should just have unified tag team titles and just do it that way, but whatever. They're not doing it. I don't care. It is what it is. We got to watch all these boring tag teams. Like Los Garzas just kicking Andrade right now. Have you noticed that they know when they're in commercial break? Like, we watch them through the commercial break when it's in a match, and they do nothing. Montez held a headlock for like 3 minutes.
It depends on who it is. I feel some people are worse than others. I feel some people, some people try. I remember we actually watched a match in Montreal. I think it was War Raiders against McIntyre and Sheamus. Like, even when they were commercial break, you could tell like they were still going hard at each other. That was just a good match, start to finish. Some people, they'll put the work in, they don't care. But some people will not, as we're watching right now.
Yep. It's not great. This episode of SmackDown has not been great. Hopefully Backlash is better. Harold Schneider dropping a super chat. Thank you, Harold. Yeah, still dealing with stuff over here. We'll see if we'll do a show tomorrow night. Hopefully things get better, and we do, but I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully we'll do a Backlash post-show and UFC watch-along tomorrow night. That is the plan, but we may have to not do that, so we'll see. We will try our very best. Doing this here tonight is even a stretch and was maybe not going to happen, but it's happening thanks to some help from a lot of people, so thank you. And thank you, Harold. Let's get to Backlash, John. Backlash! We're lashing your back. 10 lashes to you, John, for your crimes against humanity. All right? That's what you get. Genesis.
For watching any John Cena matches, like, definitely I'd like to get strapped for that, because I think it's an embarrassment right now that John Cena is the WWE champion. An absolute embarrassment. He's beyond finished in wrestling. His heel turn is beyond pathetic. It's just sad that that's the top thing in WWE. It truly is. Like, that's the best they can do. It's really bad right now, if that's the best they can do. And yes, thank goodness, Roy. That's great to hear. I'm glad.
That's not right, John. It's not very patriotic of you.
What are you talking about? There's a lot of Canadians on Florida. Brad Marchand is a great Canadian.
All right. I don't want to talk about hockey.
I know you don't. I don't know why you went down that road.
Well, you started. Cena is what he is. You know, it's 25 more dates. Tonight is 26. Tomorrow's 25. After that, we'll have 24 more John Cena appearances. Somebody's got to take the title from him. Is somebody going to take the title from him, or is he really going to be the last champion? I was wondering about this, because, like, if nobody does take the title from him and he does retire with that belt, and then they just create a new belt for SmackDown and call it the WWE Championship, the lineage of the title is totally gone, which sucks. But it does kind of put the world title on Raw and the SmackDown title on an even playing field, where they're both kind of phony titles that mean nothing. So if they're both titles that mean nothing, maybe eventually they mean something, you know? They mean the same thing. I don't know. I really don't like the idea of losing the lineage of the WWE Championship, though, because of the history of it. There's so many years. It's like 50 years.
I think the worst thing that you're implying right now is John Cena is going to have a lengthy reign as champion. I feel this needs to end as soon as possible. It should end tomorrow night.
Yeah.
It is beyond pathetic right now watching Cena do anything. Like,
let's get
maybe
the
his
prediction over with, though, John. He's not losing tomorrow night.
Well, my prediction actually is I got Orton winning, but not the title. I think they're going to do,
DQ?
because they're going to play back to an old Orton Cena finish. I think they're going to do that, where Orton got himself disqualified. I think Cena's going to get himself disqualified
As the main event?
Yeah, well, Randy wins in his hometown, just doesn't win the title.
That's how you end the show?
Again, the John Cena reign isn't great, so I'm not expecting greatness off this.
I think he's got to do like low blow, attitude adjustment, 1, 2, 3.
I don't know if that's much better, but that could happen, sure.
I think it's better because at least you have a pinfall finish. Cena cheats to win. Crowd hates it. You know, back into the ref. He does that backwards kick right into the balls. 1, 2, 3. Cena's been doing the low blows. It's been part of his gimmick.
Oh, I expect him to do all the cheap crap that he's doing right now because that's all he can actually do at this point. So, yeah, of course he'll do that. But I expect Randy is going to put up a huge fight. There's going to be a lot of just milking the crowd in this match. You know that. You've watched many Randy Orton, John Cena matches. I know you were very happy when this stopped being a regular thing almost 10 years ago, watching Randy Orton, John Cena.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they were all pretty terrible. And I did say that I think the best one was the one we saw at Breaking Point, and they showed that one on Raw this week, I think, in a highlight. They were like, oh, yeah, this was the best Cena-Randy match. It was so violent. And I was like, yeah, I think that was the best.
I feel like the Hell in the Cell wasn't that bad.
This one will be bad. I've got Cena winning. You've got Randy winning by DQ. I've got Cena winning by cheating.
It could happen, sure. More than likely, it will probably happen, but to be a little bit different because I feel this show is kind of predictable.
Is it? Let's see.
Okay,
let's see. Well, we don't have the title changing hands, but we do have different winners, so that's fun. That's something, John.
Yeah. Something, yes.
Right. I think Randy probably hits the RKO at the end of the night, though, no matter what happens.
Well, he'll win an RKO at some point, whether it's at the end or during the match, and then Cena rolls out or something. Something like that will happen, I think, but he's not going to win with the RKO.
No. Dominic Mysterio defending the Intercontinental Championship against Penta. Dom's not losing. Dirty Dom? Filthy Dom? I don't think so.
Well, I'm sure they love the reaction that he got at WrestleMania, so they're going to run with this for a little bit of time. I'm sure Dom at least is going to go with this title until he faces Finn one-on-one, I think. So until that happens, I don't see Dom losing the title.
Yeah. I agree.
We got
He's going to cheat to win here. There's a lot of options for Dom to cheat to win. He's got so many friends. JD McDonuts, Carlito. So many good friends.
I hope it's good. Like, I think it has potential to be good. We've seen them wrestle before on Raw. Thought the match was okay. I don't know if it was great, so we'll see what happens.
I don't think it'll be great. I don't know what'll be good on this. Maybe the four-way for the U.S. title. I think that'll be pretty good. Jacob Fatu defending the U.S. title against LA Knight, Damian Priest, and Drew McIntyre. They had a tag match tonight. Jacob took the loss for his team. Him and Solo against
No,
LA and
Solo
Priest.
got pinned.
Oh, was it so? Yeah, you're right. But Jacob lost tonight, and then he got left laying by Drew McIntyre.
Yeah.
I think Jacob retains. I think the match will be good, though.
Yeah, I think Jacob retains. I think he might pin McIntyre because of what happened there.
Yeah. Yeah, I could see Drew getting pinned. They might go off, do a Drew Fatu thing. Could be fun.
I just feel Priest, I don't think they want to pin him too much. I think he's taken a couple pins recently.
Mm-hmm.
And LA lost at WrestleMania, so you don't want to get him pinned too much as well. So yeah, I think Drew can get pinned here.
Yeah. I think you're right. Jacob Fatu retaining. Pat McAfee versus Gunther, the ring general. I think Gunther has to win this, right?
Well, I mean, he'll beat the crap out of McAfee, of course. And I agree he should win. However, as we know in wrestling, even though you're supposed to win or should win, doesn't mean that's going to happen. So there might be shenanigans. I just hope the shenanigans happen after the match is over, which is what I'm going to predict right now. There will be shenanigans, but after the match. So Gunther will win, and then whatever happens afterwards, possibly Goldberg showing up, that'll be after.
Yeah, I agree. I think Gunther will win. I think he'll beat the hell out of McAfee. And then after the match, he'll be continuing to beat up McAfee. And then Goldberg will show up and be a hero and clear Gunther out of the ring.
You believe in Goldberg now. Okay.
Well, that's the rumor. People keep talking about it. There's a lot of reports out there about Goldberg. I don't believe in Goldberg. I just believe that we'll probably see him. Unfortunately.
Well, I believe in that happening because the story just took a sharp turn where Gunther was suspended indefinitely and then suddenly, oh, he's back and you're going to have this match. Something changed. And I think they worked it out that Goldberg can show up, I think. So.
I don't know if you know this, John, but Bill Goldberg's a real piece of shit. Kicked me in the head and he ended my career. Fuck Bill Goldberg.
We've done this before with Gunther and Goldberg. I don't know if you remember that, like where he said that he told Brett that Goldberg was his favorite wrestler, and then he told Goldberg that he lied.
Yeah.
So it was history.
Gunther's good. Gunther's so good. That Pat McAfee promo on Raw was horrible. Like, just talking up Nebraska, how much he loves Nebraska sports teams. Like, what is this? Gunther's just like, okay, great. Now I'm going to take care of you on Saturday. You've given me enough rage. Now I'm going to beat the shit out of you. It was pretty good. Gunther's so cool.
I find it interesting that McAfee always has to put over Michael Cole, calling him the GOAT. I feel Cole might get involved in this match in some capacity.
Oh, he better not.
It might be old and shoe ugly, but it could happen.
Michael Cole has been here every single week for the past 7 years, and he's Michael Cole is the greatest ever. It's like, what? He's not even in my top 5.
I mean, I give him credit for longevity. That's about all I give him credit for.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll give him credit for that and for going like, oh, shit, I think Jerry Lawler's dying. Hey, guys, somebody come help the king. Give him credit for that. That was good. Alerting people, saving Jerry. That was good. I don't want to see Gunther attack Michael Cole. It's unnecessary. I do enjoy seeing Gunther beat up Pat McAfee. I hope he chops the shit out of him. I hope he hurts him.
I hope so. Yeah, I mean, that's
Yes.
what people
I
or
want
tune
blood.
in. I don't know if you'll get blood, but redness is good.
Are people tuning in to see Gunther beat the shit out of Pat McAfee? I feel like people like Pat McAfee. It's just us, John. We don't like him, but most people, I think, like him.
Depends, what percentage of people you're talking about here. I think
I don't know.
maybe Americans, I guess, possibly like McAfee.
Yeah, they do. I think we're
Americans
going to be disappointed because we're going to be tuning in to see Gunther beat the shit out of Pat McAfee, and that might not be what happens. Might be like a match.
I think they're going to actually try to do something, and McAfee might get some offense, sadly, but he's not going to win, I don't think.
Okay, how about this, John? How about this?
Heel, Cena. Such a
here
heel.
comes
The belt's backwards, such a heel.
belt backwards, Cena. Here he comes. His time is now, John. Okay, John, final match at Backlash. Are you ready?
Went fast.
Yeah, it's only 5 matches. It's great. We got Gunther beating Pat McAfee, though, right? Gunther over?
Yes.
And how about Becky Lynch challenging Lyra Valkyria for the Women's Intercontinental Championship? I got a new champion here. I think we're going to have one title change at Backlash, and it's going to be Big Time Bex, the man, taking that IC title.
Like, I agree. I think it's a little too early for it to happen, but I think they want to give it to Becky. It's good for the storyline, I think, for Becky to get the championship. I just wouldn't do it right away with this. Maybe the second match, but they're going to wrestle each other again anyway, so I think it's fine that if they give Becky the title now here. Plus, I didn't have any other titles changed hands, so yeah, this makes sense. That'll change hands here.
They got to do something on this show.
Right. That's it. Something to really change it up a bit and Becky win the title. That would progress the story in a better way, so.
You can always give it back to Lyra down the line, and Bayley's going to get involved, you know?
That's it.
So we agree on pretty much everything, right? We both have Dominic over Penta, Jacob Fatu retaining in the 4-way, Gunther over McAfee, Becky over Lyra, and Cena retaining. You have it Randy DQ win. I have it Cena winning with cheating. Backlash.
I knew the main event we had to be different because I knew everything else was the same.
Well, you know, title change is kind of a bold prediction, I guess.
I would be surprised. I don't know if I haven't seen the betting odds, but I'd be surprised if Becky wasn't the odds-on favorite. I'd be very, very surprised by that because you got to look at star power. I think right away Becky would be the favorite just because of that. Just because I'm sure a lot of people wouldn't know who Lyra is.
There we go. Okay, so we picked all the favorites without knowing it. John Cena minus 3,000, Randy Orton plus 800. I wonder if Randy wins by DQ. Does that count as a win for you? But they don't have DQs in WWE anymore. There are no contests, John.
We've had this talk for a while. Sometimes they say it is. Sometimes they say it's not. It's weird. The Raw, how Raw ended. Like, what the heck was that? The belt never rang.
No. Yeah,
I was
Seth
pissed.
is wrestling Jey Uso for the world title. And there's like CM Punk showing up, attacking.
Right.
Like CM Punk ended that match. And then
That's it.
no finish. And then Logan Paul punched Jey Uso after the show ended.
Oh, really? Okay.
You didn't know about that? Logan Paul was like ringside, and they did this thing where he knocked out Jey Uso after Raw ended. He did his punch.
I didn't know that because I just watched Raw as it was presented on Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
Taped afterwards, obviously, because it's obviously edited out for language every now and then. But no, they didn't show that part.
Well, they'll definitely show it next week when they start promoting Saturday night's main event. They'll show you what you missed that was on Twitter. A fan happened to capture this perfectly with a steady hand. Right next to the action, just when it starts, somehow.
Timing.
Amazing how that works. It's almost like they were planted there. John Cena minus 3,000, Randy plus 800. Jacob Fatu minus 2,000 to win. Becky Lynch minus 500 to win. She's the smallest favorite of the winners. Dominic Mysterio minus 700. Gunther minus 1,600. So we picked all the favorites. Didn't know it, but that's how it works. It's pretty predictable. Huge favorites means it's easy to call.
It's a night where a lot's going on, May 10th. As you know, a lot's going on in the world, a lot of different shows. I have a show. You'll possibly have your own show too going on. Like, the shows going on.
UFC has a show.
Yep.
UFC and WWE have a show tomorrow. You have a wrestling show tomorrow.
I believe there's a show at Maple Leaf Gardens tomorrow. Wrestling show. So there's a lot happening May 10th.
Well, it's the big show. It's a big man show tonight, y'all.
It's good, though. It's good that things are starting to peak up again, in a sense. Like, you need more things to happen. Springtime, you know? Like, there needs to be more life into this world. It's good.
Yeah, I mean, I guess so, but I'm looking at the WWE and the UFC shows tomorrow, the offerings from TKO, and they're both pretty mid. Mid to shit. Like, Backlash isn't that exciting, and UFC 315 looks even worse.
Well, you saw the photos. I sent you the photo. There was a lot of people there for that presser today for this past week.
Because you get in for free to the Bell Center. When do you ever get... There's a bunch of kids who've never seen UFC fighters before, and they want to see what they look like, and they heard they could go for free, so they're willing to stand in line and go and, sure, fill like a third of the Bell Center lower bowl. Like, it's 2,000 people at most.
Was AJ there?
Probably. He's crazy. Nuts, man.
We got Cena in the ring.
I'm really glad I'm old enough that I lived through the good times of the UFC. Because the times now are not so good. Jeez. I'm also glad I'm old enough that I remember the Attitude Era. Tremendous times in wrestling, brother. So good.
Well, good, and it's different, right? Like, wrestling is so much more. Yeah, but it's so much more accessible now. It wasn't as easy to get it before. Now it's easier. Like, you can get it on your phone now, watch it.
Yeah, I guess. I'm just saying the content of it was like more fun.
Well, yeah, you can say that the quality, yes, 100%.
Yeah.
I won't disagree with you on that. There was a certain peak about that. And it went with the times, too. The 90s, it was a special time. Now it's like, oof, rough time growing up, I think, for a lot of people. But let's, we can bash the generations and say how they're not as good as ours were, like, whatever.
That's right. They weren't. And John Cena is talking about Randy and about himself and how great he is.
About Randy coasting because he's had bad injuries over 25 years?
That's right.
You can't count on Randy Orton? Is that what he's saying?
Can't count on Randy Orton for anything. Randy Orton is the greatest of all time and doing the bare minimum. I'm the greatest of all time because I am loyalty. John Cena. Hustle, loyalty. Respect.
It's interesting. Like, it's not that Cena didn't try the bare minimum. It's just, it looked like he was doing the bare minimum just because he didn't have that ability. Randy did have the ability, but was doing the bare minimum. So it's interesting how he words this.
Disagree, John. Cena, I mean, Randy was a total fuck up.
Amazing athlete. You can't deny that.
Whatever, he had natural abilities, but like he was led along by Triple H, and he had the family connections and all of that, so he got a spot and he was always chosen. Cena had to rise above. Cena had to prove himself and become a much bigger star than Randy Orton. Much bigger star. Way better for the company. Made way more money for WWE than Randy Orton. John Cena. Oh, he's talking about a drug test failure in 2006. Yeah, exactly. Cena never failed a drug test. Randy was a fuck up for years. The Randy you see now is like put together finally, but it took him long enough.
Yeah, Randy had a lot of downs. There's no doubt about that. You can't deny that. I mean, from the early start, he was having a lot of problems. And I think there's like they did a doc on him, no, about how he had issues and problems.
Yeah.
And then even after that, he still had problems. So it was actually amazing that Randy was able to overcome all that, actually. And here we go.
Here's Randy trying to attack Cena, but Cena sees him coming. Attitude adjustment on Randy. Take that, Randy.
Was that Randy, though?
Was it Randy? There was a guy in a mask trying to RKO Cena, but Cena stopped him. Maybe it wasn't Randy. Oh, wait. It wasn't Randy, John. It wasn't. That guy wasn't as big as Randy. You saw
I was gonna say,
there's Randy RKO on Cena. There's the real Randy. It was a fake Randy, John. He wore a mask.
Was too skinny.
I thought it was real Randy.
Too skinny, the other guy.
He had tattoos. The other guy is some unknown guy who doesn't matter. Who does Randy get to pretend to be Randy? Does Randy have friends? Randy just have men that he's hired? Because this guy's dressed exactly like Randy. Randy's same pants, same sweatshirt as Randy. Where did Randy get the fake Randy?
I'm sure they just got
Randy.
They just got an extra that they felt had somewhat of a similar build. And maybe they have like wash-on tattoos on the guy.
Mm-hmm. And now we end SmackDown with Randy Orton standing tall with the WWE Championship. So he's not winning tomorrow. No chance in hell. That's what you got.
Well, at least it ended well, SmackDown. I'll give him that.
With Randy RKOing Cena?
Oh, it's beautiful.
That. You like this. This is nice for you.
I wouldn't mind seeing that to end Backlash. That'd be fantastic if that was the case. Sadly, I don't think it's going to happen.
No, I don't think so either. How about anything going on in AEW this week?
There was a bunch that happened in AEW this week. We had Dynamite in Detroit, and I think Collision was also in Detroit.
Yeah, I saw Dynamite. I've not seen Collision yet. Sorry.
Well, the main thing about Collision, just know that you remember Zach Gowen, right?
Yeah. The fellow with one leg, right?
So he showed up, and now he's challenged Ricochet for next week at Beach Break. That's
Why?
a big... because Ricochet's a jerk. He was a jerk during his match, so Zach went in there, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, Ricochet took his leg or something, so now they're going to have a match.
Okay. And this week I saw Rhino on Dynamite, so they're bringing back all sorts of people.
Pretty cool. I met Rhino recently, too, and I'll see Rhino again in June 20th. He'll also be at Project X Wrestling. That's pretty cool. Rhino's keeping busy doing stuff. I think he also was there Thursday. He wasn't on Collision, but I think he may have done the Ring of Honor tapings. So that's nice that if he's in the area, he's available. That's nice. Rhino's keeping busy. I felt the match was okay. It just kind of a weak kind of finish. Just out of nowhere, kill switch on Rhino. And I think the fans were appropriate with their chanting of BS. I thought it was a BS finish.
AEW's Double or Nothing is, 2 weeks away?
I want to say
25th.
It's a Sunday, right?
Sunday the 25th, yeah.
Okay.
I believe it's 2 weeks away.
I really think they're setting up that Anarchy in the Arena thing. We saw it, how Swerve and the Bucks, and then you saw the Bucks went in with Moxley and his group, closed doors, something's going on there. I think we're going to get Anarchy in the Arena. Swerve's going to be on that team, I think, with the Ops. I thought that was an okay match. Again, crazy. Every week now is just, let's do crazy tag matches now. It was, the Bucks and Ricochet against Swerve, Mark Briscoe, and Mike Bailey, right?
Yeah.
I mean, they had some cool spots, but it felt like almost like last week. Just instead of a 8-man, it's a 6-man.
Yep. They do a lot of that, man. These all-star tag team matches. It's just pointless. And then they had this weird women's world title eliminator match with the champ. Like, why? Why are they doing a 4-way for a title shot with the champion in the match? It was Toni Storm, Thunder Rosa, Anna Jay, and Penelope Ford in a title eliminator 4-way that Toni Storm won. So she eliminated herself. No one wrestles Toni.
Well, no, she eliminated all the other ones, so they can't wrestle her now because they've been eliminated. So,
for how long?
I don't know how long that is put into effect.
They've been eliminated. That's absurd. That was a stupid match. Just admit that the booking of that match was dumb.
I mean, that's what eliminator matches are, though. We've seen it many times over. You face the champion, and they call it an eliminator match, not a number one contenders match, right? And
yeah, but in a 4-way?
If you don't win, 4-way was different. They're obviously just trying to cram a lot of people on one show. But
yeah, to me, I mean, you do an eliminator match when it's one person versus the champion, or like we had tonight on SmackDown, it was Fraxium versus Street Profits in a non-title kind of eliminator match where if they beat them, they get a future title shot. But a 4-way, to me, it's like, okay, well, we have enough people here. You could just do Thunder and the other two in a triple threat, and then Anna Jay and Penelope Ford triple threat, and then winner faces Toni. It's just weird.
They could have done, you're not wrong, they could have done that, but they felt they didn't want to go in that direction whatsoever. I wonder, too, though, what direction they're going with. Like, I enjoy what they're doing with Toni Storm. I thought a couple of promos this past couple of weeks, very, very good. She's obviously, if you watch Dynamite, she's one of the highlights of the whole show.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
No denying that. And again, I like the match overall. I thought the match was pretty good. I'd rather take a 4-way than 2 single matches off that.
I guess. I think you're right about that. And of course, we're probably headed towards Mercedes Moné versus Toni Storm at All In, but first Mercedes has to beat Jamie Hayter at Double or Nothing in the Owen Hart Cup tournament final. And then you got Will Ospreay and Hangman Page. They cut a hell of a promo, I thought, on Dynamite. That was my favorite part of the whole show.
I also like the whole MJF Hurt Syndicate thing. I thought that was pretty good, but I definitely thought the beginning was solid. I think necessary because Hangman, he's had a lot of ups and downs, and I think he kind of needed to explain a lot of it and help give his character more focus, give the audience more focus on what's going on with him, and get us more intrigued into his match against Ospreay. This is a pretty big match, and albeit it's babyface versus babyface, it's still something where it could go either way.
I really liked Hangman's promo. I really liked him talking about, where he's been and the journey that he's been on and everything. And then Ospreay coming out and talking about how he likes Hangman and he wants to see him complete his story, so to speak, and get his redemption. But it's not about his redemption. It's about Ospreay's ascension. And I really liked the promo that Ospreay did. I really liked the promo that Hangman did. I thought it was just a great segment. And it got me even more excited for the match somehow that I'm already very excited about. Ospreay Hangman, winner gets a title shot at All In and is probably the next AEW champion. And I'm on the fence. I think I've been leaning towards Ospreay winning this match the whole time, but it would be pretty cool if Hangman won. Like, I feel like Ospreay will win, but I kind of want Hangman to win. I think I would prefer Hangman. There's something about Hangman. I really like Will Ospreay. He's great. He's fun. He's a great wrestler. I'd even say he's a better in-ring wrestler than Hangman. He might be better than Hangman. But is he as likable as Hangman? I'm not sure. Because to me, Hangman Page is he's like a hero. There's something about him. He's got it, I don't know, John. Am I wrong? He's the main character of AEW. He's Hangman. He's the hanger.
I feel Ospreay was able to summarize it quite well, where his ascension to the World Championship was one of the best parts of AEW, actually. That whole story of him befriending the Dark Order, becoming some more of a leader to them, and then his chase of that championship, Kenny Omega. I think we said it, the only maybe hiccup is that it should have happened a little bit sooner, but it didn't hurt it that much because it made it sweeter in the end that it happened, I think, at Full Gear, which is more based off of his name or something that he came up with, the whole Full Gear phrase. So yeah, it was kind of more appropriate that way.
Do you know what that is, the Full Gear thing?
It was a promo that he did, didn't he? Something about he's going to be in full gear.
Yeah, and he would show up to places in full gear where they were supposed to just be wearing regular clothes, and he's wearing full gear.
Right.
And then in the pay-per-view, Full Gear, which is funny.
Well, I mean, his own kind of pay-per-view, and then he wins the championship on that. It's kind of fitting in a sense. Mm-hmm. And he mentioned he had a pretty decent world title reign. You, I think, said it was kind of short, but I think it was pretty good, actually. He had some pretty good title defenses in that. But then once that happened, after it was over, he kind of just fell off a little bit. And he's been falling ever since. What? What happened? The Yankees lose again? No, they haven't played yet.
The guy made a really nice catch, robbed us of a hit. What happened? Did he tag
Yankees
up?
are playing a late game.
Oh, there's confusion. Yeah, they're playing in Sacramento against the... Oh, that bounced. Oh, he didn't catch that. That bounced. Ooh, it looked like he caught it, but it didn't. It hit the ground first. Volpe came around to score, and they're like, no, he's out, but he's not out. Ooh. Yanks playing the A's. They're out on the West Coast, so it's a 10 o'clock start.
Someone will be up late tonight.
New York Yankees baseball, baby. Let's go, Yankees. What a game the other night against the Padres. Unbelievable. We took 2 out of 3 from the Padres. Oh, shit. Oh, the umpires are talking. They don't know what to do. They're confused men. They're like, yeah, bounce. Or did they call it an out? What did they call on the field? Oh, I'm confused. I don't know what's going on. I'm going to need John Boy to give me a breakdown of this later. I'm missing this. Oh, boy. Okay, so Grish is on second. Grish comes around to score because he sees the ball land on the ground. So Grish scores. And now they're trying to figure out if it hit the ground before it went in his glove. Okay, yeah. No, that shit hit the ground before it went in his glove. It bounced and then went in his glove. He didn't catch that. It's not a catch. That's a run. It's not an out. That's a hit. Let's go, Yankees. It's not 2-0. It's 3-0. And upon review, that will be made clear to everybody in baseball. First place, New York Yankees. John, how your Red Sox doing?
I believe they're second place. And if you want to talk about first place, I believe the Dodgers are first place, if I'm not mistaken. They have more wins than the Yankees, but that's to be expected, I think.
Well, the Dodgers are in first place in the NL West. What does that have to do with anything?
Well, they have more wins than the Yankees, did they not?
So, the Yankees are first place in the American League East.
For now.
The Red Sox have as many wins as they have losses. They're playing 500. They lost today again, John. We're talking about baseball teams, the Red Sox fan over there. Yeah, hold on a minute, playa. Take it easy, playa. What are you talking about? You talk a big game for a fan of a team that sucks. 20 and
you just got to make the playoffs. That's it.
Yeah, and then you lose because your team sucks. Are the Yankees the worst first place team in baseball? Maybe. Maybe they are. They have fewer wins than any other first place team. But them and the Cubs are basically same. But yeah, the Dodgers have a better record. But you know what? The Padres have a better record than the Yankees too, and we just beat the Padres 2 out of 3 games. So suck on that.
No, that's good. Congrats. I'm surprised that the Yankees aren't better than what they are.
Ball game over. Yankees win.
Ball game's not over.
Yankees win.
Just get used to it. You're going to hear it a lot this season.
Well, what inning is it exactly? Because it's not over.
What the hell is going on? Are they sending him back to third? You can't send him back to third. You can't. What the hell is this? It's not a catch. Because they called him out? So they're saying he kept running. Oh, that's ridiculous. That's the umpire's fault. That's absurd. So what happened was we had a guy on second.
So he's not out, though. That's what it sounds like.
No, he's not out. I don't know what's going on. There's some confusion, though. Yeah, he's got to go back to third. Oh, my God. That's insane.
I mean, if you're up 2-0, it's not a
no,
big
it should
deal.
be 3-0 because the umpire called it out on the field, and then upon review, it's like, oh no, actually, he didn't catch it. But it's like, well, we called him out on the field, so the A's aren't going to make a play. But Grisham saw that the ball bounced, so he ran and didn't tag because he didn't need to tag. If the player gets it right and the umpires can't figure it out, the umpires need to be fucking out of baseball. What the fuck? They just stole a run from us. Boone's pissed. I'm pissed. What the fuck is this? They sent Grisham back to third? These fucking idiots. Fuck. All right, John, tell people about your wrestling match tomorrow. Where can they see you? I'm getting too upset about this fucking... What the fuck? These fucking umpires, man. They're fucking dumb as fuck. I've never seen shit like this in my life.
I feel like we've seen worse before, but...
this is pretty fucking bad. They sent him back to third because they got the call wrong.
They made a mistake.
They made several mistakes.
Well, what inning is it right now?
Sacrifice, but still.
There you go.
3-0 Yankees. Dominguez with a sack fly. Like 5 feet away from being a grand slam. Oh, well. All right, John, you got wrestling match tomorrow. What's happening?
Yep, big Torch Chamber show. It's going down at the Paradox Theater in Montreal, 5959 Boulevard Monk. Bell time 7 p.m. And a big tag match on the show. So make sure you get there. 6 p.m. His doors open. You
don't want to give something?
Oh, we can give actually 2 tickets away because I got 2 tickets to give to the show. Anyone who's in the Montreal area. So sorry, Antoinette, but it'll only be people in Montreal. We're going to be in Montreal tomorrow, and that can actually make it to 5959 Boulevard Monk. Why we still have time?
How do they get the tickets from you, John? How does that work?
So, I said where it's at. First person who can say where it's at, the venue, tell me the name of the venue, they'll get the tickets.
Yeah, but how do they actually get them?
Oh, they'll be at the door. I'll put their name at the door.
Ooh.
In an envelope.
Okay, if you want tickets, what, in the chat right now?
Chat right now.
Write down where the show is going to be. You just said... If you want
people
tickets.
Are listening. People are
That's
listening.
Tough, John.
You think it's tough?
I mean, I think it's a tough question. I think it's very difficult. I think you should just say if you want tickets right now and you could be there. Oh, well, there's Angelo. He just answered it. Angelo's good. Smart audience. There you go. There's Angelo. They're tickets for Angelo. Beautiful.
You just want 2 tickets.
There you go.
And I know Angelo's name, so it's going to be easy to write down the envelope. But they'll be waiting for you at the door, Angelo.
There you go. Angelo just won himself 2 tickets to go see Johnny North wrestle tomorrow night at the Paradox Theater, 5959 Boulevard Monk, Torture Chamber Pro Wrestling.
Enjoy,
Sweet.
Angelo. It should be a good show.
Great. Well, that's great. I'm glad Angelo got those and can go see Johnny North wrestle tomorrow night. That'll be a good time. And hopefully, if everything goes well, I'll be back tomorrow night with a UFC 315 watch-along and Backlash post-show. Yeah, hopefully. We'll do that. And that's it. Thank you for joining us here tonight. Thank you to Harold Schneider. You're the Super Chat leader of the night. Thank you to all the members checking in. Angelo, Jason, Pete out in Mexico, Harold, of course, CSL, Lorne. Thank you to everybody checking us out live or wherever or however. And thank you to the supporters over at join.ringsidereport.net and membership.ringsidereport.net. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel. What time is the show, John?
Show's at 7 p.m. Doors open at 6 p.m. And don't forget, merch.ringsidereport.net as well. Get my cool t-shirt that's there. And the cool Suck It AJ and Fred t-shirt as well. Elbows up.
Wow. I love it. I love it. Okay. So, yes, the theory... Like, the plan tomorrow would be, like, a very special episode of the UFC 315 watch-along with my brother. This will be a first-time ever lineup, John. Are you ready for this? Because you're not going to be there. You're wrestling. AJ's not going to be there. He's like a UFC VIP or something. He's going to be hanging out with Alex Pereira tomorrow night, I think. AJ.
Really?
Yeah, AJ's, like, so big time. It's ridiculous. It's really...
I guess he told you this.
I don't know. I'm making things up, but I think it might be true. I don't know. It's like half made up and half just guessed. Anyways, AJ's big time. I think AJ's going to the UFC in some sort of VIP suite or something with celebrities because he's a celebrity now. We've made him way too big. It's ridiculous. AJ's a celebrity and Fred and I are nothing, apparently.
Is Fred not going to this?
No.
Oh,
so
okay.
the lineup for the show tomorrow.
If I am being honest,
oh fuck!
I was the first one in the entire world.
I hate this guy.
To say that
Shut
Logan
up,
Paul is something special.
You bitch!
Mark my words.
You suck. Anyways, so that fucking guy again, man, pissing me off. The lineup would be me, my brother, Backlash post show, but then UFC 315 watch along, Fred.
Well, your brother's going to be there the whole time too, right?
I think so. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I might not be on at all.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So we'll see. I don't know. This might be the
stay
only show
tuned.
you get from the Ringside Report Network this weekend because of some family stuff that I got to deal with. But I'm hoping that things turn around and we can be on tomorrow night, but we'll see. And if we do that, we'll have like a real fun special show. If not, we'll have to wait till the next one, and we'll do something else for you. Make up for it. I don't know. You know, you got to do what you got to do. Okay, guys, we love you. We appreciate you, and we'll see you again real soon here on the Ringside Report Network.
Thanks for sticking with us to the end. We would really appreciate it if you could help us spread the word.
You know the drill. Hit that subscribe button. Flip those notification switches.
We are an audience-supported network, so consider becoming a recurring supporter at membership.ringsidereport.net. Check out our website at ringsidereport.net.